Hi, everyone. I'm Mitch Juricich, and welcome to Hooked on the Niners.
And I'm Mark Naismith, and we'll take a look at the dismantling of the Buffalo Bills.
And I'm Terrell Jones. We'll take a look, see if the Niners can make the trifecta by beating the Giants.
And with all apologies to Mr. Akers in the house tonight, the greatest kicker in 49er history, Ray Wersching. We're going to talk about kickers, and we'll have all that and not a darn...
Wait.
Oh, yeah, Jerry Walker's here, too. We'll see you back here on Hooked on the Niners.
Hooked on the Niners is brought to you by
Bay 101 Casino, located at 1801 Bering Drive in San Jose. They can be reached at 408-451-8888 or on the web at bay101.com. Since 1994, Bay 101 Casino.
Badges Cafe. Badges Cafe is located in the heart of Mountain View at 2423 Old Middlefield Way. You can reach Badges Cafe at 650-967-7477 or on the web at www.badges.com. Go Niners! College Plaza Shell. College Plaza Shell, located at 1400 West Hillsdale Boulevard in San Mateo, providing automotive service since 1987. You can reach College Plaza Shell at 650-573-7959. That's 650-573-7959.
Psst. Hey, need some video work done? We can do that. We do all that video stuff. We can even put your video on that internet thingy. At Peninsula TV, we do full-blown in-studio production, talk shows, performances, speeches, anything. Remote multi-camera production, on location, at your event. And for the budget-minded, single camcorder production in high definition. We'll take your video project from first idea to finished product. For more info, contact Peninsula TV.
Well, that's right. That's exactly who I am. Welcome back to Hooked on the Niners. Hey, first and foremost, man, good to have you back, Mo.
Thank you.
Ray Wersching, greatest
Enjoy
kicker ever. We're going to talk about kicking a little. We're going to talk about kicking a little later, and why the hell didn't you kick them from 60 yards? But we'll get into that. Hey, are they the most dominant team in the league? I'm going to start with you since you came in last.
Well, I know this. They set records yesterday, Sunday.
Yeah, they did.
300 yards and 300 yards. That's pretty impressive. In NFL history, that was pretty dominant.
You know, they kind of reminded me of teams you played on there for a bit, didn't they? On offense?
They did.
Yeah.
It was very impressive.
It was an impressive win. And I guess we can't talk about this. I mean, to me, I know 70-something, how many would I have here? 79 points in the last two games, only giving up 3. But Alex Smith, I think, is the story of that game. We've been waiting for this to happen, throwing deep.
Best game ever.
Finally.
Best game ever.
Yeah.
He looked comfortable. He looked confident. He played great. And he is now leading the NFL in passer rating.
Yeah.
And just to explain that, we have
Really?
a graphic. We have a graphic that our friends are showing, and I want you to take a look at it here, because this explains in very simple ways how we
don't bother giving one to Mo. He won't get this.
Could you just briefly, Mitch, explain how that works
Sure,
to the viewing audience, how you
see, if the 5 here runs an out, and then you fake it to the ATT and drop back.
Don't throw any interceptions.
Yeah.
Throw some touchdowns. Throw some first downs. Throw some yardage.
There you go. It's about as simple as that. Well, he's leading the league in passer rating, which is unbelievable.
It's off the charts. I mean, I think if you've been a regular viewer of this show, we've always been kind of in his corner. We thought there was a quarterback in there ready to come out, but is he finally out completely now?
I think so. You know, and he's playing against supposedly a good Buffalo defense.
Yeah.
But next week, their DBs with the Giants are not that good.
No.
So he could have a repeat performance.
Yeah, absolutely. But I just thought it was wonderful to say, and especially after Saturday night at the Giants game, the first playoff game, he went out to throw the throw the first pitch, and he threw it to Sergio Romo.
One-hopped it to him,
unfortunately. He one-hopped it to him. And my son, the wise guy, says, you know why he missed him? He was open. But anyhow, but I'm pumped. All right, I'll take him out of the will.
Exactly.
He threw deep. I mean, it was his best game. Now there's a little problem we'll talk about maybe a little later in the show. Maybe he's got a hurt finger. I don't know. What the status is there. But this offensive line, you kicked behind some pretty good offensive lines, albeit special teams versions of it. But this offensive line is looking brutish to me.
They're excellent.
Yeah.
It's just Alex having the time back there and looking. I mean, it just reminds me of Joe. It's like, boom, boom, oh, boom. This guy's got to be open.
Yeah.
It's there.
Exactly. And you said at the beginning of the year that this unit was going to need time to gel.
And they're gelling.
And they are gelling. But what gets me about them is they are so large. Oh, yeah. I mean, you played in an era when guys were big, but they're nothing like this now.
Well, Bubba was the largest one.
Right.
And it's 300. That was abnormal. Now it's abnormal the other way. It's too light.
It's too light is exactly right. And I remember Bill sent him to a fat farm. One training camp.
The scary thing is, though, those guys are agile.
Yeah.
They're as agile as the offensive line from back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely right. Some kudos to Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator, and what he's doing with this offense, I think, is off the charts.
I mean, he's just mixing up packages. He's throwing people off. I mean, in the way that they're bringing Kaepernick in, to keep people off balance, I think that's... Oh, I like it. I like it. Yeah.
You followed the draft about as well as that. What was his 40 time? I don't remember anything like 4.4 or 4.5.
I mean, he could probably run a 40 in about 3 strides. I mean, the guy's unbelievable.
He's huge.
He was about a 4.4. So,
was he about a 4.4 coming out? Well, it's a great addition to the offense. I mean, it just gives you another thing to plan for. But even without him, look at all the guys that are touching the ball during the course of the game. We're not going to rattle them all off. You know very well who they are.
It's only a half-hour show.
Yeah, they're using so many guys. So many guys. Again, I go back to his days. There were, when you said, okay, we're gonna gear up towards stopping Roger Craig, then Rathman would do something, or JT, or it's amazing.
You know what I looked at it is coach brings everybody involved.
Yeah.
In other words, offensive linemen as tight ends, catching the ball. They're having fun.
Yeah.
It's like, geez.
Right.
Coach, put me in. Let me do that.
Right.
It's creating some enthusiasm.
Did Bill ever let you play defensive back? No. Okay, that was cheap.
It was that personal foul that he got called against him. Unnecessary roughness is what.
Oh yeah, right. On the kicker.
Yeah. See, I always wanted to catch the ball.
Yeah.
And every week we ran the fake.
Yeah.
Well, practice the fake.
Yeah.
And I'm going, Bill, run it, come on. Never did. 11 years, never ran the dang thing.
What was your 40 time?
Yeah.
And
5'2".
Same dial.
The other thing, young man,
But they're not gonna defend me.
This team has got a lot of speed.
Yeah.
I think it might be the fastest team they've had in ever so long. I mean, Kyle Williams can really run. Manningham can run, Kaepernick can run, Kendall Hunter can run. They've got a lot of team speed, and just the ability to get into the secondary quickly and yards after the catch, really, it was very evident. I mean, they were just chewing up yardage.
But also look at, too, the wide receivers are blocking.
Yeah.
If you don't block, you're out of the game.
Well, that's what I like about Randy Moss.
Yeah.
He's not catching the ball, but he's happy downfield blocking and taking people on. Yeah. Plus, he's got 2 and 3 guys guarding him sometimes, defending him.
Manningham threw a heck of a block, yesterday as well.
He's a good player.
And let's mark this down for what show is this, number 5? Is this the 5th show there? 6th show there. Yeah. This is show number 6. This is the 6th time I'll say this. Our 1st and 2nd round draft picks are not even dressing for the games.
They may not
A.J. Jenkins.
They may not dress for the rest of the year.
Michael James. I had somebody explain it to me. I'm going to drop a name. Matt Mayoko sat in front of me at the Giants game the other night, and I was talking to Matt about that, and he had a very good point. He said they don't play special teams. That's number 1. And number 2, whose place are they going to take?
Exactly.
Well, that's the main
and so but it just still seems to me they can suit up, and in a game like this one, where you're way ahead, 40-something to 3, couldn't they get in for a play or 2?
Just think you're going to have to move on with this one.
I am?
It's pretty tough.
Oh, yeah, mister, we need a pass rush for 4 years. 4 years. This is 5 or 6. What was that, 1 minute? 1 minute. Okay. Well, Let me just throw a little rain on the parade. You do have to admit, watching this game, that in the beginning was like, what the hell are you guys doing? There were just enough mistakes to irritate
I
them.
thought you were going to throw it rain. Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead. I
I
was
thought he was
going
going to throw rain by saying special teams.
Yeah.
That was a little scary for a while.
It was a little scary, and we can talk about that in a later segment, too. But as we get prepared to go to break here, he was mentioning that Bill never ran that play when he wanted to catch it. I think that's why they called Bill a genius. I'm not. Do you think so?
I lobbied for it all the time.
All right, when we come back, we're going to talk to this kicker about what's going on in the NFL now with these kicks. It used to be the other team had to get down to about the 20-yard line to have a good shot at a field goal. Now it's get to midfield, and they're trying field goals all over. We'll find out about this evolution of the kicking game in the NFL when we come back right here on Hooked on the Niners.
Brought to you in part by Woodmont Real Estate Services, a friend of the community since 1963. Woodmont Real Estate Services is located at 1050 Ralston Avenue in Belmont, California, and can be reached at 650-592-3960 or at www.wres.com. Vivace Ristorante. Vivace Ristorante is located in the heart of Belmont at 1910 Ralston Avenue. They can be reached at 650-637-0611. That's 650-637-0611. Or on the web at www.vivacerestaurant.com. Gando Design. For 25 years, Gando Design is located in Redwood City. Their website is gandodesign.com/specials. Gando Design, a proud sponsor of Hooked on the Niners. Peninsula TV is now live streamed on the internet. Watch us from anywhere you have an internet connection, on cable, on the net, and on that fancy mobile device. Just go to pentv.tv.
Welcome back to Hooked on the Niners. We didn't even mention the defense in the first segment, so we should clean up a little bit with that before we get to Ray. The defense was really good. Okay, kicking. Kicking. Now you're going to take this the right way. He was our man. 45 yards in when they used to run him out there. I mean, I'm counting it. I think you were 87 or 88% or something from there, and then inside the 40 and 35. It just got to astronomical numbers. When they said, Ray's going to try a 49, 50-yarder, yeah, okay. 53-yarder, well, the rosary beads came out.
Well, I had them in my pocket, too. So.
Yeah. What happened? Are there, now, again, here comes, it's going to sound like a shot. Are these guys physical marvels now? What's the deal?
I don't know. I mean, I wish I could speak with Akers now. I haven't spoken to him yet.
Okay.
But I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, Ray,
I really don't. I'm sitting there, it's not just one or two. It's everybody.
All of them. It's around the league.
Kicking ball.
Yeah, exactly. Now, because they have a special kicking ball now. So did you have that when you were playing?
No, but see,
they didn't have helmets.
My understanding
when Ray
is if it's a kicking ball, I thought it would be harder. You couldn't compress it as much. But now I'm going, well, is it juiced? I don't know. These are questions I'd like to raise. I don't know. No. The balls.
No. I'll tell you what.
It's a mutiny.
If the kickers are juiced, get their money back. Have you seen those guys?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They're not big guys. David Akers, not the biggest guy I've ever seen in my life.
No, but I'm sitting there going, kickoffs out of the end zone.
Right.
Yeah.
10 yards deep, 5 yards deep.
Right.
All the time.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Mark, these things are going through the goalposts like this guy's kicking a 57-yarder, and you're going, that thing's good from 65.
I hadn't thought about that.
I think it is a kicking ball. Yeah.
And it's not just, I could see it in Denver.
Yeah.
But it's all over all over the stadiums.
Do anybody think that it changes the strategy of the game?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
I mean, tremendously?
Oh, yeah. Well,
I mean, they call it a quarterback's league and it's a passing league. I really seriously think a lot of it's getting to a kicking game.
And that's what they want. because now they don't have to punt the ball. They say, oh, our guy can kick it from 57, and on.
Yeah.
Let's put him in.
Well, I think it was the MO for the Niners last year in
No,
many
he's
ways.
MO. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, all right. No.
Sure, you got a million of them tonight.
No, go ahead.
None of them are particularly good. You got a million of them.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but I think last year they hung on their defense so much to win games for them that they could play a field goal game with a lot of people. And here Akers set the record for the most field goals in a year. This year completely different. They're ultra bad now.
Yeah.
With that offense and then having a guy behind them who can kick the ball 60 yards.
And yet, with their importance, they are treated like we can get one down on the street corner on Market Street someplace. They don't pay you guys, yet so many of you guys have the game in your lap at the end. Look at when New England got rid of, help me now. Vinatieri. Now, how can you do more than that guy did? Game-winning field goal in what, 2 or 3 Super Bowls?
3 Super Bowls.
Right.
All those playoff games coming down the stretch, the kick against the Raiders in the snow.
Yep.
Hey, I'd like a little raise. Really? There's the door.
But what does he do? He goes to the Colts and he wins another Super Bowl.
And, so what is it about you guys?
Hey, it's a different breed.
I may have just answered my own question.
That's right.
Knowing Ray. Now it's all coming together.
But you're right. They have the mentality that anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe in practice you can. But when the game's on the line,
It's amazing.
it is tough. It is difficult to do.
Yeah.
We used to
It
bring
really
in new
is.
kickers every summer camp.
Just to
And
give him
this
competition.
guy would be the kicker when the season started.
Right.
Well, they brought 5-6 guys in competing for you.
Yeah.
And I made it a point that you never gave these guys a chance in practice. It's like every kick I kicked is through the middle.
Right.
So you discourage these guys, and they look up and they're going,
Right.
they said you weren't this good.
Yeah.
And I'm going, that's exactly what I want to hear from you.
We told this the last time he was on. I can't stop myself from telling the story about up in Rockland. It's 104 degrees. He's practicing in a swimming pool, swinging his leg in a swimming pool. And I remember the late John Ayers. I heard this story from Randy Cross that Ayers was on a training table getting worked on, and here he comes after practice with a pair of shorts and flip-flops. Goes, oh God, what a day! Goes over to some petroleum jelly and puts it on his mustache. and Randy said if Ayers could have gotten up, God rest his soul, he would have beat the living hell out of you.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. So I guess maybe more guys are kicking in the pool now.
It could be.
Yeah.
Could be. They're strong.
Yeah, absolutely they are. And again, to go back to the draft, Mark, not many of these guys drafted in high rounds. Okay, the guy in Oakland.
Yeah, getting higher, though. You're starting to see some 3s and 4s,
Some
way
3s
more
and
than
4s.
ever. And obviously the other side of the kicking game, punters have become very popular and powerful weapons to have on your team. And the 49ers happen to probably have the best.
And now they're doing this thing where they're putting the nose of the ball straight down. Yeah. Now that's got to hurt your foot when you kick that.
I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
I mean, to get the backspin.
To get the backspin. They're pinning these things down inside the 5-yard line like crazy. And now, remember the old thing? You put your feet at the 10-yard line. If you have to step back, you let it go. Now they're on the 5 calling fair catches. Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, the game has changed. I mean,
that's because they don't want the ball down inside the 3 or the
5.
2 or the 1.
Right. I almost think I'd take that chance and let that thing go.
I think I would too at the 5.
Yeah. So we all agree the kicking game has changed.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, so we've made that. Well, I guess you can go now.
Well, I still want to know the answers. I still want to know why they're moving the ball.
That's why we have you here.
You're the kicking expert. Come on.
Who has the answers from you?
That's what I want to know. I guess they're just physically getting stronger.
They're getting better.
And the punters too.
Punters too. Punters too. You know, talking about special teams, and that might be one area where the 49ers aren't doing what they did last year. And could it be as simple as one guy like Blake Costanzo that's gone? Okay. I mean,
Blake was important.
He was really important to
time.
this team last year, and I don't know if they have found that guy.
There's got to be another Blake out there.
There has to be.
On the roster.
On the roster. Yeah. On the roster.
And that thing, he will surface. Yeah. Because the way that Harbaugh and everybody's running the team, he's like, we got to have this. Yeah. Special teams is very, very important. Yeah. It takes one mistake to cost you a game.
Did anybody see Jim Harbaugh's press conference after the game? The question from Matt Maiocco about, speaking of special teams, you won the toss, but you elected to get the ball, where in the past you used to kick the ball. And he said, what goes into that, making that decision? And Harbaugh said, weather and things. And Maiocco said, well, but what about in Minnesota when you kicked off and they ran it down your throat and scored right away. Did that have anything to do with it? And Harbaugh said, no, it's weather and other things. And he looked down at Matt like, get off of this. I mean, it was just absolutely classic, absolutely classic. We got about a minute left. I know you watch a lot of the games. And is this team reminding you of some of the old powerful 49er teams at all?
It is. Thank goodness, I believe they're back.
Yeah.
And it's just the confidence that you have.
Yeah.
Earlier years, a few years ago, it's like, I don't know if they can overcome this.
Yeah.
Now it's like, hey, it's done. Fourth quarter, we're close. We're going to win.
Right. And
I think that's instilled. Harbaugh has instilled that in the players.
And they seem to have bought into this, Mark.
Couldn't agree more.
When Kaepernick goes in, I mean, you don't see Alex Smith hanging his head.
Right.
You see him talking on the sidelines. I mean, I think everyone has bought into this. It's a team thing. Whatever's good for the team.
Right. You know what? And what I like too is when they're blowing teams out, they continue to work.
Yeah.
On what they need to get better,
right,
and bring in the subs.
Yeah,
like Anthony Dixon came in.
Yeah,
I mean,
ran the ball well.
Oh yeah,
well, he was running like Steven Jackson, wasn't he?
No.
Look at Kendall Hunter. I mean, 81 yards, and I was mad that they took him out because I got him on my fantasy team. I said, score a touchdown for me, would you please?
All right, we're going to take a little break. When we come back, we'll talk about the big one coming up against the New York Giants right here on Hooked on the Niners.
Hooked on the Niners is brought to you in part by Old County Custom Framing, located at 1339 Old County Road in Belmont. You can reach Old County Custom Framing at 650-596-2767. That's 650-596-2767. Go Niners! California Catering Company of San Mateo, proudly serving our community at 233 West 20th Avenue in San Mateo. California Catering can be reached at 650-345-4811, extension 1. The San Mateo Credit Union, serving San Mateo County for over 60 years. They can be reached at 650-363-1725. That's 650-363-1725. Or on the web at www.smcu.org. San Mateo Credit Union.
Hey guys, Will Durst here for my good friends, acquaintances at Penn TV, the place for what's happening in San Mateo County, and lots more too. Visit Penn TV on your local cable TV provider, or live on the web at www.penntv.tv. Hey, they do good stuff.
There's a really big game coming up this Sunday against the New York Giants. A little bad taste in our mouth from the last time we played this team. We had them beat. Yeah. But all credit to the Giants. They won the game. We made a couple of mistakes down the stretch, and wasn't it nice to see Kyle Williams score a touchdown on Sunday on that little back shoulder route?
Kyle got some talent.
Yeah, he does.
And some speed.
He's going to be really good.
Yeah, he is really going to be good.
That was a great run.
We'll start over there in any particular order. What's the challenge this week for the Niners?
Well, Terrell knows more about defense than I, so they're struggling a little bit on defense. But this is a very, very, very good offensive team. Number 2 in the NFL right now in overall offense, and they bring what I think is one of the elite quarterbacks in the league into Candlestick Park. Good running game. Ahmad Bradshaw's a good player, and very good wide receivers, right? Nix is still a little banged up, but Victor Cruz is a very good player. And this kid, their draft pick from LSU, Randall, emerges a great, great player, big guy. And so very tough offensive challenge for the
underrated offensive line, too, I think.
Yeah, they have a very good offense. This is defensively, they're struggling.
But you know what they don't look at? I know that sounds funny.
No.
They don't look at. I agree with you 100%. They are good, but they just don't look it to me.
No, they don't. And you're talking about their defense. Their defensive backs are a little shaky.
Yeah.
But that front
four,
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So I think the Niners are going to have their hands full with that. And then they have good linebackers as well. So.
Yeah. They don't have one of these stupid kickers that can make it. Oh, sorry, from 55 or 60 yards. We don't have to worry about that guy, do we? How's it?
Tynes good. Tynes good. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Lawrence Tynes.
Yeah.
Sounds like a CPA.
Yeah. He's and when he's
Most
making
kickers
them,
look like CPAs.
when he's making them, it's the best of times.
Oh,
That's that just brought this right to.
And they celebrate in Times Square.
Oh, okay. We're going to get serious here for a bit. 49ers offensively, what do they have to do?
Keep playing like they're playing. They need to work around to all the different weapons. They got to protect. Got to protect.
Is this the best front four, the Giants, in the league? You think?
You're asking a kicker?
Yeah. How's the turf out there? Is the turf okay?
It's perfect.
Is it good for divots? Or divots bad?
It's fairway-like.
Fairway, yeah, like you've ever hit a fairway. I've seen you play. No, we actually do have to keep Alex upright and protect him from that. But I think, as Bill used to have that expression, get it blocked.
Right.
And I think there's no end to what they can do. How much does it play into this game, the revenge of losing? Do players get into that from previous games?
Oh, yeah, I would remember.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
All right. You were around there too, and as were you.
Yeah, players definitely remember.
Definitely.
And it's not like a daily battle, but inside their brain, all off season, they've been thinking about this.
Well, then think about it too. How many former Niners are on the team?
Yeah.
You got Pascal, you got Boss.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're gonna bring their A games.
Yeah.
vice
Okay.
versa.
Settle
Yes,
down.
exactly.
Yeah.
Plus, this could be a very big statement game for the Niners because it's not impossible that they would see the Giants again. And,
Right. Exactly.
Absolutely right.
Good
down
point.
the way.
Absolutely
Very
right.
good point.
Now, these guys have all been involved. You and I, we're at home with our clickers in our respective homes. I don't do that. Revenge for the last game. I'm kind of all right, this is the game here today.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. They're tough. Well, I mean, we could start
got
making
really
a
angry
list.
this
Let's see.
weekend.
I was late tonight getting here. I've picked on Ray. We could keep going. You want to add to the list?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I think it's the marquee game of the NFL this week, and if we can block their front four, to me that's the whole deal.
Right.
That's the whole deal. And this is a different team than I think that the New York Giants saw the first time.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, last time.
Right.
In the playoffs.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
But I think too that the Niners will use the Giants' speed rush against them. Some draws, you'll see some screens, you'll see some short passes.
Right.
So I think that's going to happen.
Got
Evil genius, huh?
The evil genius. We got about a minute left, so you got about 5 seconds each. Give me a final score of this.
24-21 Niners.
24-21
I was
Niners.
going to pick a 24 too. I'll say 24.
Well, that's okay.
Okay, can I say 24
own the
again?
number. Yeah, right.
Okay.
What are you, 24?
24-17.
24-17, right?
Say 24, Ray.
No.
No, he's going to go 15-9 all field goals, right?
3-0. No. The 31-24.
31-24.
I was going to say 31-24.
No.
Okay.
I did.
Okay, I'll say 32-20. No, 35-15.
35-15. See, Christmas. I was going to start writing these down. I'm not going to waste my time now. I think this could be another really big 49er win. I think something like 35-10. Wow. I think we're going to come out, make a statement, and just take off from here. Ray, I wish I could tell you it was fun having you back.
Hey, I enjoyed it, man. Anytime, man.
Anytime, it's a lot of laughs. Okay, so we're all in agreement. It's a big 49er win. We're going to come back next week, and we're going to tell you all about it and preview the game coming up after that, right here on Hooked on the Niners. Good stuff, man. That was really good. Good stuff.
Awesome.
That is one of the fastest half hours in the history.